Good morning, everyone. My name is Omongmi Agbabiaka, and I welcome you to the Supermap AI GIS technology webinar. And it's a collaboration between Polaris Digitech Limited and Supermap. So objectives of the webinar is to enlarge our knowledge and skillfulness on Supermap AI GIS technology with a concentration to empower our automatic feature extraction. So on that note, I would call on our first speaker. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so here is the outline for today's webinar. We'll start with an introduction to Supermap. Then we'll delve into introduction to Polaris Digitech Limited and our cooperation with Supermap. Then we'll go into Supermap AIGS technology and demonstration of automatic feature extraction. And lastly, we'll have a question and answer session. So our first speaker of the day is Mr. Gordon Yu, and he's the Commercial Director for European and African Center for Supermap. And he'll be talking to us about introduction to Supermap. Over to you, Gordon.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Omowi. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so good morning, everyone. If you can hear me clearly, I'm Gordon Yu of Supermap. I'm the Commercial Director of the European African Center of Supermap. We are here based in Beijing, China. So good morning, everyone from Africa and the European continent. Good afternoon and good evening for the rest of the world. So I will give you a very quick look about Supermap company. Even though we are very well known here in China and Asia, but I believe in the rest of the world, we are still a new player. I have a lot of, things to share with you, but it's not possible to share everything in details. So I will go through Supermap very quickly. Generally, we are a company of GIS platform softwares. We give support to the government agencies, the companies, and also the military, and we serve almost all sectors, which has coordinate related data. So these are the two founders of Supermap, Dr. Zhong Ershun, the chairman of Supermap Group, and Dr. Song Guanfu actually is his student and he's CEO of Supermap Group. Both of them are from the Chinese Academy of Sciences. The company was established in 1997, so it's old enough for the GIS or IT company. And 3 years later, we established Supermap Japan, and later on Supermap Hong Kong. In the year 2009, we were listed in the stock exchange of Shenzhen, so we are a public listed company. In 2015, we became the largest provider of GIS platform in China, and actually now we are also the largest provider in Asia. And we are here based in Beijing, China. We have one headquarter here, and in the year 2019, we established a new research and development building in the western city of Chengdu of China. So here are some pictures of the Supermap group. Yeah, so globally, we have partners in more than 40 countries, users in more than 100 countries. We have 1,000 plus partners in our ecosystem and also 10,000 plus users. So as I said, among all the more than 1,000 partners in our ecosystem, you will see almost all the major players in the market, like Huawei, IBM, Airbus, Microsoft, Dassault System, etc. And they are distributed around the world. Here are some moments, between Supermap and our partners. Yeah, this is research done by ARC, an American consulting company. So worldwide, we are still number 3 in terms of annual GIS sale after S3 and Hexagon. And we take the third place worldwide. But if you take a look at Asia, already we occupy almost 40% of the market share, making us the biggest GIS platform provider here. But of course, out of Asia in the world, we still consider ourselves a new.
Okay, yeah. So here are some screenshots of leaders of different organizations speaking for Supermap during our last GTC, and here are also some moments about between Supermap and our partners, major partners. Yeah, but we try to be active in the international market during the past years. We attended Intergeo in Germany for 3 consecutive years. We were also in the FIG in Turkey and Vietnam, Africa Geo in South Africa, Africa GIS in Rwanda, BIM World in France and Germany. So these are all before the pandemic. So normally without the pandemic, after the pandemic, we'll also be active in the market. Supermap, another point is that we are always happy to share our technology and our products with professionals. So we organize a lot of training and workshop on site and online. So mostly we organize them free of charge. So here are some screenshots, some moments about our webinar workshop in Europe, in Africa, yeah, exactly. So for the technology part, I would just give you a very brief overview. Our technology system is summarized as BIT-DC, and the latest version of our products is called Supermap GIS 10i 2020. It is featured by big data GIS, AI GIS, 3-dimension GIS. So AI GIS is the one that we are going to talk more about, and my technical colleague will give you more information about this later on. Yeah, so these are built upon a distributed system, and also we are also proud of our cross-platform capabilities. So when we say cross-platform, we mean Supermap GIS products not only runs in the mainstream like Windows, but also in other systems like Linux, like Red Hat, Mac, and also Android things actually. So this is a simulation of the global flight distribution based on Supermap products. And the tendency is very clear. At nighttime, the flights reduce. At daytime, the flights increase. Yeah. We also offer a good solution about integration of multi-source 3D data. Like these include terrain, oblique photogrammetry model, BIM, field data, pipeline, point cloud, water body, fine model, geological body, and so on. So here are a quick look at our 3D spatial effects, which is mostly based on a particle effect for simulating the bonfire, the fountain, the lights, exactly. Yeah, so this is the effect of 3D visual effect of ocean and sky. Yeah, virtual battlefield simulation based on combination of oblique photogrammetry and also the game spatial effect. Together with Huawei, we developed the technology called voxel grid for simulating the 5G signal strengths in a single tower or in the scale of a city. With the same technology, we also could simulate the propagation of earthquake wave. Now, this is also a project that we realized in Southeast Asia. It is based on the AI technology, AI functionalities for detecting the trees in a farm that requires special attention. Yeah. So this is also a traffic statistic system based on AI and Supermap products. Also traffic monitoring based on AI. You can see that here we established a geofence for detecting the violation of traffic laws. Yeah, this is also for visualization of traffic flow monitoring. So with our integration of AI and AR, augmented reality, yeah, we were also able to realize indoor navigation, so that when you're in the mall, you can find your destination easily with a mobile phone. Yeah, we have a lot of user cases. So in China, here's one project for the overlay map project for Ministry of Natural Resources in China. It is characterized by voluminous data. There are 1.5 million polygons, and upon Supermap platform, it works pretty well. And it's also a national real estate registration management system in China. It is featured also by 2,800 districts with more than 1 billion polygon. So this is based on integration between BIM and the Supermap GIS. Yeah, as you see, the total BIM data size is also big, 252 gigabytes, and there are more than 3 million 3D models. And here is what it looks like when we put the BIM model in a coordinate setting. We are able to manage all the details of the BIM model in a setting of coordinates. So also a very quick look at our overseas examples. We have a lot of examples, especially in our neighbors in Japan, in Korea, in Southeast Asia, and also a few cases out of Asia. So this is one project that we did with Turkey for the Turkey Cadastral Authority. Yeah, we offered them customized solutions for factorization and also for 3D modeling. So this is one GIS system for security in Mauritius. So based on Supermap GIS platform, we were able to integrate the historical data of criminal, the current data of police force distribution, and also the CCTV data, and demonstrate them in one dashboard in the headquarters. Yeah, this is one project we did in Jordan, in Middle East, and also for the load management of platform from Japan. And the last one is for the AI detection of water meters in South Africa. Yeah, as I said, there are a lot to share from Supermap, and it's really difficult to tell the whole story in one PowerPoint. So hope that you get some inspiration from this and see what we can do together with Supermap. Okay, that's my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. This is Arumi.
Thank you, Jeffrey. And thank you, Gordon.
Thank you.
Thank you for the brief intro into Supermap. Our next speaker is Mr. Femi Adekombi, and is the Business Development Manager at Polaris Digitech Limited. And he will be taking us into an introduction into Polaris Digitech Limited's collaboration with Supermap. Over to you, Femi.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to have you join us this morning, this webinar. We'll be looking at Polaris Digitech, introduction to Polaris Digitech, and also our partnership with Supermap. My slides will focus on introduction to Polaris Digitech, like I mentioned, talking about business focus areas, some of the projects that we have actually executed, and also our product and services. Then I will just speak briefly about that. So Polaris Digitech, we're a dominant Pan-African location intelligence firm, and we provide not just data, we provide software, we provide solutions across several business verticals. We're a wholly Nigerian firm, and we have over 45 professionals and also over 250 project personnel in more than 25 across the length and breadth of the country. Our major service focus areas is divided into 5. We have what we call the Geospatial data acquisition and management. That actually focuses on data, all the aspects of data collection right from the field, or even raster data collections, because we are also partners with 2 of the biggest image providers in the world. We also, like I mentioned, have a field force management team and solution that ensures that we have access to continuous data refresh right from the field. Beyond that also, we have an army of software team that actually provides enterprise GIS and location intelligence solutions. And a few of those solutions and projects will actually be highlighted in my presentation today. We also provide identity intelligence management services. I'll also explain further in my subsequent slides. Then we provide training and technical support services. And then we also have an army of certified surveyors, land surveyors, and to provide land survey services. Just a brief outlook of our major clientele and also our partners. So on the left, we have our global clientele here, Google Maps, and then our clientele even within the Nigerian space. So you have clientele from the banking industry, from the telcos, from insurance, even from the oil and gas. And so just to show our extent of business service operations across the various business sectors. Our partners is on the right. We have partners, Maxa, Oracle. Maxa and Airbus are actually 2 of the biggest image providers in the world. And then we have Google, precisely, Hexagon, Copiatech, Supermap, and Synergize. Our products and our services. So I'll start with our proprietary products. So it's divided into 2 parts. Our proprietary product range, this is not exhaustive, but because of our focus on this 4, we have what we call the RISGeo platform, basically for the insurance company. It provides a web and mobile-based AI capability. And with the platform, you can perform our operations like address cleansing and standardization, location-based risk application platform, mobile app, that's mobile app for field team monitoring and management, and then physical address verification and validation. We also have an address management portal that we use to provide customer address verification, which is under our identity solution suite. And then we have the PDC, which is relevant across all business sectors. It's a robust field force automation and management tool. Because of our time, we will not be able to demo. I'll just focus on one of them just for demo. And for every form of data that you want to collect, the PDC is a tool that will be of great help. Either data for research, either for data, your typical GIS field data collection, the PDC tool is up and equal to the task to enhance your field force automation and then data collection. For survey services, we provide course. We've done that for Osun State and also for Lagos State, cadastral surveys, area mapping and topographical surveys, as built and build information model, and then bathymetric and hydrological surveys. For our partner products, we have the Google Workspace, which is relevant across all business sectors, collaborative and mail, sheet, docs, slides, and calendar. The whole idea of all these tools is to have a platform such that you can collaborate, unlike the default desktop applications that we have. And imaging services, high resolution imaging services, 15 cm, 30 cm, 50 cm, any of these, and even lower resolution we can provide through our partners, and then chain irrigation services for construction monitoring, forest cutting, damage areas, farm and crop land monitoring, building surveillance, cut and fill analysis. All these are available through us using our partner technology. And then Google Platform, which gives you a hosting, a storage platform. And then you have features for compute engine, for app engine, and big data services. For major projects, where I'm focusing on major projects, the long list of projects, but because of our time and because of we need to also have time to focus on the automatic feature extraction demo, we'll just try and work with these 7. So development of an enterprise GIS was done for MTN, development and deployment of a coverage mapping application also for the same client, development and deployment of a spatial data infrastructure. I will switch my screen now. Just to show us what the interface looks like. I want to believe that you can see my screen. And so this is the landing page. Why I'm showing this, why I could not show the other application, is because most of those other applications are not accessible by the public. But for this, it's accessible by the public, and it was done for Lagos State. So this is the platform, and then it's accessible at maps.lagostate.gov.ng. Any of the participants who is listening in now can actually visit that site to explore more. Beyond that, you have this interface. And so once you have the interface, you have a base map. This base map is actually the base map. Although it looks like Google, but it's not Google.
Oh, Femi, I think you need to share, you need to switch the window sharing, because now we only see the PPT slides.
It's better now.
Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So you have the base map. The previous screen I showed you just a landing page is available at maps.lagostate.gov.ng. And then once you click on that, you actually can go to the interface where you have access to Lagos State base map. Like I mentioned earlier, although it looks like Google, but it's really not Google. This is maps prepared for Lagos State, and the data is owned by Lagos State, about working with Polaris data, and that's why you find powered by Polaris data. And you can switch, toggle any of the base map. Once you toggle any of the base map, the Raster auto photo for Lagos State. And so if you zoom in, you find out that when you see the resolution is about 10 cm resolution, all running on Lagos State servers. And so you have access to different data sets. You can click, you can interact with them. And finally, on that, you actually also have access to 3D data, which once you click, you can also get information using the info tool. So I'll switch back to my presentation slide. Okay. So, and then for Google Street View mapping project, this is a project that we've done for Google and is still ongoing. We're in another phase now, focusing on some of the core northern cities and a few of the cities in the south. We've covered over 23 states in the country working with Google on this project. Also, development and deployment of a risk geoplatform. This was done for AXA Mansard. Development and deployment of an interactive GIS map portal, also done for Mexico, and then Google Cloud implementation done for MTN Communications Limited. Basically, just to show our spread across business verticals. So you have the NGO, you have the insurance sector, you have the government sector, public sector, you also have even the financial sector, all covered in our capabilities, our solution capabilities. I go to the second part of my presentation, which is our partnership with Supermap. And that's why I didn't emphasize some of the products that Supermap have above, because those we'll be focusing on that in this part of my presentation. So for Supermap, there are platforms, the desktop platform, the cloud service, the mobile, and the development platform. You have the iDesktop 10i, you have the iEdge 10i for cloud service, you have the iMobile 10i for Android, and then you have the map object for Java 10i. Polaris and Supermap partnership focus. Majorly, we're looking at three things with a lot of sub possibilities under each of those three. So utilization of geospatial tools for building information modeling. I'm sure when Gordon showed us a few of the analytics and integration to BIM, where you're able to actually get information using a BIM model of a building that is overlaid in its right location using GIS technology. So that's the convergence and the marriage between BIM solutions and the GIS environment. Also, once you're able to do that, it gives you a robust end-to-end solution for facility management, which is a major challenge, especially in our client. And lastly, a partnership focus also centers around using AI technologies to automate typical GIS activities and processes. Why it's in green today, because the focus of the webinar today will be stemming from that part of the partnership focus, where we'll be looking at the typical feature extraction every GIS specialist is used to, where you get imagery and then you need to extract features. And by default, you always want to extract those features manually, either road network, building footprint, parcel outline. But with the webinar today, we'll be looking at how to automate those features using AI technologies. So thank you for your time. I'll hand over to the next analyst and to take it up.
Thank you, Femi. Thank you for that brief introduction into Polaris Digitech Limited and their collaboration with Supermap. So our next speaker will be Mr. Jeffrey, and he's the Technical Director, European and African Center of Supermap. And after that, he'll be speaking to us about Supermap AI GIS technology. And after that, Jack will be speaking to us about the demonstration of automatic feature extraction. Jack is the Technical Director, European and African Center of Supermap. Over to you, Jeffrey. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone, this is Jeffrey speaking. So today, we will show you Supermap AI GIS technology. And me and Mr. Jack will show you in this presentation. And today, we will have three parts. The first part, I will give you a general introduction for the AI technology. And then the second part, I will separate the AI technology into three parts and give you the introduction one by one. The AI for GIS, GIS for AI, and also the Geo AI. And the last part, we will invite Mr. Jack to give us a brief demonstration about the AI extraction from the satellite image. So that is all the program for today. So now let's go to the first part. The introduction of AI technology. Before we talk about the AI technology, I want to show you the product architecture system. So you can see in this technology system, we have 5 parts. So the basic part is cross-platform and distributed GIS. So this 2 level is the basic level for our technology. And based on these 2 technologies, we have the big data GIS technology, AI GIS technology, and also the 3D GIS technology. And
today, we will just focus on the AI GIS technology. So this is our AI GIS technology system. You can see from this diagram. You can see the yellow part. We have the GeoAI, and for the GeoAI, we have some processing tools, like it's a full workflow for the AI analysis, like from the data preparation, like to train the model, and then how to use the model to do the AI applications. And also today, we will talk about some like AI for GIS, the integration with AI and GIS can empower our applications. And also the GIS can provide some more abilities to AI. And based on this technology, we have, so the basic level is data and some AI library and also some framework. When we talk about the AI technology, we have some features for this technology. The first one, we provide the full workflow tools to process like your satellite image, your picture. And then we also add some new functions in each new version. Like each year we will publish one official version, and also we will update some small version. And also in each version we will add some new functions. Like this year we also publish some new functions, so later I will show you in the presentation. And also for the AI or deep learning functions, we have some like image analysis or object extract tools. And also for this analysis, we provide you some like the model templates or existing models. So you need to train the model by yourself. You can use some model templates to do some analysis. So if you found the result is not good, you can also train the model by yourself. So you have more options for this function. Yeah, for the AI analysis, the basic one is the data. So we can use the data from different data source, like the file, or from the relational data, or some NoSQL database. And this four is also the popular AI analysis library. So our product also based on this four library to do the AI analysis. And for our AI technical system, we separate it into three parts. So you can see from this chart, we have the AI for GIS, we have the GeoAI, and also the GIS for AI. So now I will introduce these three parts one by one. So in this session, I will give you some, some features, introduction, and how to apply this function in the project. So now the first part, I will show you the AI for GIS. So AI for GIS means the AI can enhance its ability for GIS. For example, here we have four features for the function. Like we can use AI to collect the attributes from the feature, and also we can use AI survey, and also we can use the AI cartography. That means we can
use some picture, and then the machine will learn the style of the line, and then will set to your map automatically. And also we have the AI interaction. So that means we can do some interaction, use your finger or your gesture. So now let's start from the first part, the AI attributes collection. Yeah, so this one is based on our tablet product. So for the iTablet, you can also download from Google Drive or iOS Apple Store. Here we integrated this function in the iTablet product. So you can see it can extract or detect the target, like the chair. You can generate the attributes table, and you can add more information in the attributes table. And then we can also record the coordinates and load it in the map. So it can help you to do the target collect and show all the results on the map. And then the next one is about the, actually is similar. So this one is about the object detection. So you can see you capture some objects, so it can do the classification and will show you the results and the object name, and we'll save this picture. And also it can load it on the map. Let's see. And for this attributes table, you can also add more column and add your own information. Then the next one, we'll talk about the AI survey. So here we have some, this actually, when we talk about the AI and or AR function, most of the function is in the desktop X or the iMobile terminal. So for the iMobile, we have the tablet product. It's also based on the iMobile SDK. So this one, I think if you are interested in this product, you can download and to try it, because it's very, it has the very easy interface and easy for you to use. So you can see we can use the AR survey to collect some points. You can see we just scan this real scenes, and it can capture some feature points. Then the second one, we can draw some lines. We also scan to pick some feature points, and we just draw some line. Also, we can draw the polygon, so it's similar. Just, yeah. And also we can use our mobile device to collect the point cloud, to collect some feature points. Then the third part is about AI cartography. So you can see sometimes we want to set the similar feature style for our map. So we can download some map, and our software, Supermap Desktop, you see the AI mapping module, it can learn from this picture and set the similar line style or point style or polygon style, similar color or to your own map. So don't need to set each layer one by one. And also
to learn from the set of different style, the dark map, or some map with the light theme. Yeah, and also for your map, we can set a different, like the brightness, the contrast, or some other parameters like the Adobe Photoshop. And then the first part is about the AI interaction. You can see we can use our hand or your finger just to move, to zoom in, zoom out without any touch for the screen or the mouse of your laptop. So this function is very useful to control a big screen, like to control some dashboard. Yeah, so that is the AI for GIS. And now we go to the second part, the GIS for AI. So you can see if we only have AI technology, we can extract the object, we can detect some feature, but all the results, it's only in the database or in the table. But now sometimes we need to load them on the map because we need to analyze some geospatial relationship between different results. So GIS provides the visualization ability for AI. So you can see this is an example. You can see this is a traffic situation of from the city in Beijing, and you can see we use the heat map. You can see here in the corner of the screen, we extract or detect the car number, and then we show all the results. Because for each camera, we will have lots of camera on the bridge or on the building. So each camera can detect the number, and then we also record the coordinates for each camera so that we can generate the whole heat map for the city. And also it can be used for the urban management cases. We can detect some utilities and send it to the database and load it on the map. This is the results. And also we can do some geospatial analysis based on AI. You see, first we also detected the vehicle number, or we detected the vehicle route for each car. We pick them, and when the car is moving, we capture the route for each vehicle. And even we can set some, you see the yellow area, we can draw some geofencing area and detect the feature in this area. And after that, we put all the results and do some visualization. Even we can do some prediction for the traffic situation. So it can help the manager of the city to send some officer or send some staff to manage the whole city, or can control the traffic policeman, like that. And that is for just for AI. And now we will talk about the Geo AI. the most important part for this diagram. So for the AI, the first one is the classical way. We just do some statistic or do some spatial statistic without AI technology. And the second stage, we do the machine learning based on some mathematical model. And currently, the most popular level is the deep learning. So, and we add some geospatial relationship. So it comes to the geospatial deep learning. And for the AI stage, we will talk about from the first stage, the spatial statistic. And for Supermap, we provide some geospatial operators, like for different analysis. You can see like the regression, the interpolation, the sampling, or the distribution analysis. And you see that the red part is the new operators for this year. And based on these operators, we can do some like the disease prediction. We can do some analysis based on the operators. And also, this is another example. You see, we collect the PM10 data of 18 stations in Beijing, and also we collect, we download the data from the US city for one station, and then we use these two data to predict or simulate the average PM 2.5 of the US city. So this is one of the applications for the AI operators. And after we talk about the geospatial statistic, that is the first stage, the basic level. And then it goes to the second stage, the geospatial machine learning. And also for this stage, we also provide some operators you can see from this page. And based on this machine learning, we can analyze like some price of the land, or some transportation situation, or some other results. And also we based on the mathematical model to add the education factor, and also the medical service factor. Also, for the machine learning, can also help us to analyze the query. You can see this is one of the city. We can do the different analysis, like the based on the different mathematical model. And also, it can help us to match two features, like the road matching, or some geographical simulation. For example, this one, you see it shows the different years from 2001 to, you see, we have collected around 10 years, and then we can predict the land change or the land use for this area. So you can see the simulation accuracy. It's 83%. And then the third stage is the geospatial deep learning. So it's currently it's the highest level of the AI. So you can see we also provide very rich operators for the geospatial deep learning. You can see we can do the real-time object detection. And also, this is a real project from South Africa. We use this mobile application to detect the the number of the electric meters. So you can see, and also detect the type of the meters. So it can help our staff to record the number of the meter. And also, yeah, we have shown you this effect object detection for the trees. Also detect the to extract the land from satellite image. Another effect. And also for more, we provide, because so far some project has a very big size of the data, so it's need the distributed analysis. So we also provide the distributed operators. And now let's summarize some features for our AI technology. You can see we have the AI for GIS, is for functions, and the GIS for AI. We have the visualization and analysis ability. And then we have the Geo AI, the spatial analysis, geospatial machine learning, and geospatial deep learning. And yeah, I think based on my introduction, you have a brief idea for this AI technology. And now we also prepared a demonstration to extract the building from a satellite image. And this time we also we also select the area from Nigeria. We also use the satellite image, and we do some extraction from that area. So now we invite Mr. Jack to show you this demonstration. Let's welcome Jack.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, so let me give you a brief introduction about the automatic built-in extractions. In these sections, I will show you how to use Supermap iDesktop X to use the AI technologies to extract the building's footprint from the satellite image. So the first part is about the background for the data. So we choose the data in some area from Nigeria. The area is the north of the Lagos. And the first we need to processing the satellite image. So let me show you the processing workflows. So the first we need to get the image from the satellite or other image providers. And then we need to prepare the area of the trainings, we need to get the buildings, and then we can clip a small area in the aimed area to use to as the training data. So the second part, the second step, we need to draw labels in the training areas, such as we need to draw some buildings in the based on the image, same as the vectorizations. And the third step is the model trainings. We need to use the training data to train our models. And the next step, we need to use the models we get from the above step. We can use these models to do the building extractions. And in the last step, we need to process the result data. And this is the result produced by the Supermap iDesktop X with the AI functions. The pink area is the buildings. So here's are the demonstrations for each steps. So this is a simple interface of the Supermap iDesktop X. And we can see we have many tools in the toolbox. And for the AI technologies, we need to load the data first. This is the area we need to extract the buildings. And we can see here has many buildings we need to extract. So we choose these small areas to as a let's load the web data source to see where this area is. This area is on the north of the Lagos in Nigeria. I choose this area because in this area they have so many buildings, and all the buildings are the same. So I choose this small area as a training area. Later we need to draw some labels in this area. To get the area, we need to draw the labels. We need to use the clip the raster data to get the to clip this image. And this step we choose the whole areas, and the boundaries we choose the polygons we draw before. And after the processings, we can get the result. We clip the image, use the raster clip tools. And then we start to draw the labels. So we can create a new regions dataset is in the vector format and choose the same project coordinate system. And then we start to draw the buildings. Here we have many tools. So here's I use these tools to draw the buildings. We need to draw all the buildings in this training area, like this. And this is the let me load the labels I draw before. So here is all the buildings I have drawn. And in these areas, we have about the 10,000 buildings. And after we finish drawing the labels, we need to use the create training data tools in the machine learning toolbox. We choose the training image and the labels and the training data output path, and choose the training data usage. And here we can see in the Python windows, we can see the state of the processings. The other way, we can also open the Explorer to see the processing result. You can see our products are produced training data. And after we finish the processings, we have get about the 1,600 pictures for the machine learning model training. And after we process the training data, we can start the model trainings. We can get the tools in the machine learning toolbox. And here we need to choose the data. We choose the path and choose the model usage in binary classifications and choose the model config files. And these files we can get from the machine learning package. You can download it from our official website. And here we set some parameters and choose the log path and the model saved path. And we can click start to start the model trainings. And the same, we can also see the progress in the Python windows. And in my computers, this model trains around 5 hours. And we can see the progress in the Python windows. And after we finish the model trainings, we can get the models in SDM format in the saved model path. And after we finish the model trainings, we can do the binary classifications to get the buildings. So here we choose the orange image data, and we choose the model we get from the above step. We choose these models. And to set the overlap tiles in 60, and click the run. And the same, we can also get the progress in the Python windows. And then we can get the result in our data source. And then we can load it in the map windows. And we can set its attribute, the layer properties. And then we can see it in here. And all the buildings will marked in the black. And after we get the result, we need to process the result to get the vector, to get the building footprints in vector format. So we need to convert the raster data into vector data. So here, because we use the binary classifications, so we just need to convert the raster values in 1. So here we choose the run, and we can get the result. In this format. You can see this is the result data in the vector format. And after we get the vector format building footprints, we need to use our latest tools in Supermap iDesktop 11. And we can regularize the buildings. So we can make the buildings more beautiful. You can see this is the result of the data processings. Okay, let's go back to the, that's all what I want to share. And Jeffrey.
Okay, I think that's all for my part, and also the part from Mr. Jack. And I saw.
Thank you, Jeffrey
yeah,
and Zach.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for that demonstration. So we'll go into the question and answer session. We have some questions here. Okay. So Bohaz said, why you reach to many people, like here in Rwanda, all GIS users, we know only Esri, but I see Supermap can do much better. Please reach us, especially university. Okay. So Gordon replied to that.
Thanks, Mrs. Omumi. I think the questions that in the chat box, I think already we have answered all of them. But yeah, it's good that it's good that we repeat that. Yes, for sure. The African market, Nigeria, and also the Western African countries will be our target in our future operation. So for sure, we will be there, and we will be there to not only to say hello, but also to share our technologies. Yeah.
Okay. So do we have anyone who have any other question for our presenters for them to answer? Any other questions? Okay. So in the absence of any, okay, Jeffrey,
let me explain some question.
Okay.
I saw someone ask how to download software, and let me give you some introduction. I have put the download link to the chatting room, so you can.
Jeffrey, we can't hear you.
Hello,
Jeffrey.
Huh? Yeah, I have put the download link in the chatting room so that you can download.
Jeffrey, we can't hear you.
From the our website, and maybe sometimes the download speed is not good, and you can also contact me by email, and I will share you the Google Drive link. So now I will also.
Can you hear Jeffrey? Jeffrey, we can't hear you. Jack, can you hear Jeffrey?
Yes, from my side, I can hear Jeffrey's.
Mom, we can hear you. We can hear Jeffrey. So Jeffrey, can go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. I have also put my email address in the chatting room, and you guys can also contact me by email address. By the way, for the license issue, for the user, we have the policy that if you are the first time to use Supermap product, we provide you the 3 months the trial license. So after you install our software, you may get the license automatically. So you don't need to do more work for the license. It will automatically to active. And also, let me show you some introduction.
Jeffrey, we can't hear you.
Go to our website and go to the English website, and you go to the download and online help. So this is the software download list. You can go to the iDesktop, and this is the latest version. And we suggest you to download this one, the second one, this one. And after that, you unzip this package and right-click on the setup exe and use the administrator to run the installation program, so that after you install it, you will active the trial license automatically. So that is, and Also, if you meet some problem, you can also send me the email, and we also have some user manual about the AI function. We can send you for your reference. We'll do the AI project or learn the software. Yeah, I think that's all from my side. And Gordon also have some information want to share with you guys.
Okay. Hello, Jeffrey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I think there's someone, Adebayo Tanimo, is asking, how can I integrate this in my area of profession, which is the insurance sector? Basically, I work with an insurance broker. So we mentioned the risk due platform in our presentation. We'll reach out to you. I'll put my email address, and then we can understand your requirement and then take the discussions further. And then someone posted that you don't have to use manual digitizing, but I see that that's being used. Is that possible? Is it automatic? I think Jeffrey will answer that. Where you can have automatic digitizing without manual digitizing. I think Jeffrey or Jack will answer that.
Okay, I saw the question in the Q&A room. How will have you integrated data in Nigeria to your solution? Actually,
I will answer that.
Okay.
So you wanted to answer Emmanuel Bots, EBs. Someone posted that you don't have to use manual digitizing, but I see that being used. Is that possible? Is it automatic? Okay, so while I wait for Jeffrey or Jack to answer that question from Emmanuel, I will also answer Adebayo Tanimo. So the solutions are well integrated even within Nigerian context, and it's important to emphasize that we are Supermap's partner also in Nigeria. So Supermap have their product and platform, but as Polaris Tech, we understand the various data requirements within a country, and we have actually developed different bespoke data sets and also solutions to different clients in Nigeria. So our partnership with Supermap also helps us to be able to understand the requirements and also provide solutions that meet those requirements. So that's for Adebayo Tanimo. So over to you, Gordon, on Emmanuel's question. Then Anayo is asking, do we have more video on YouTube on this software? So I think that Jeffrey will send his link to that.
Okay. Jeffrey and Jack, do you have answers to previous questions?
Okay. Yeah, I saw many questions. Let me pick from the beginning. This one. Yeah, I saw there's a question about yeah. Someone posted that you don't have to use manually digitizing, but I see that being used is possible. Yeah, actually, I think from our presentation, we may see the whole workflow. We have different steps. So the first step, you have to train the model, because before you use the automatically feature extraction, you have to train the model. Like Okay, let me give you more explanation. Like you have to tell the PC to detect the building or detect some other features. So in this session, in this stage, you have to draw part of your area, like to draw some training data, and then you use this data, use this label to do the model training. Then after you got the model, and then you can use this model to analyze the bigger area. So in this stage, that means they automatically feature extraction. So that is also about the concept of AI extraction. Yeah. That is for this question. And someone asked, after 3 months trial then, actually our policy is 3 months, but after 3 months, you can also send us the email and maybe tell us your experience, or you may have some questions, and then we can try to apply the new lessons, but it depends. Yeah, maybe we can extend the trial lessons for you. Yeah, but it depends on you, on our policy. Do you have your office in Tanzania? If yes, so far we don't have the local office in Tanzania. For the difference between iDesktop and iDesktop X, iDesktop is based on the .NET framework, and iDesktop based on the Java environment. So iDesktop only can run in the Windows system, but iDesktop X, because it's based on Java, so it can, we call it the cross-platform product, so it can run both in the Windows and Linux system.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Okay, and for more questions, let me see. Personally, I think there's need for hands-on training.
I believe we have answered all questions asked, and for questions we can't take here, we'll share a link where you can send your questions to. Jeffrey, would that be all? Gordon, do you have anything to add?
Yeah,
Jack, Femi?
I think we're in a pretty good position. Yeah, I think someone asked it about the advantage of Supermap over ArcGIS. We want to claim that here it's not our nature to always compare. ArcGIS is also a very respectable company. They provide good tools. If you talk about advantage of Supermap, as I said, our technology system, we are pretty confident about our big data capabilities, our cross-platform capabilities, as I've demonstrated, and also the 3D effects of Supermap, and some of our solutions based on 3D are also pretty competitive, and that we believe that we have better solutions in these regards. Yeah, and also for AI, just as we have demonstrated, we are also pretty confident about these aspects. Yeah. Anyway, if you are really interested in getting more details about the comparison between products, we can have more personal discussions in this regard. Yeah. And I noticed that there are a lot of participants who are really interested in Supermap, and Jeffrey has give you some hints about downloading Supermap softwares. And there are a lot of also tutorials in YouTube. You can download and get started with Supermap. And one point I want to mention is that the Supermap Contest is also right now GIS contest is on the way, and we have 1 more month for submission. So if for candidates who are interested, you can also you know, practice while practicing Supermap products. You can also work out on a work piece. It doesn't have to be a very complicated one. Just a simple one that's, you know, prepared by yourself will be good for submission. So I will here share a link, you know, through our chat box, yeah, so that the interested participants can participate in the GIS contest. Yeah, you can contact us directly, or you can contact us from through our partner, Polaris. Yeah, we would also always be ready to give support to help you, you know, make work pieces using Supermap products. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Gordon. So
Thank you.
on that note, I would like to put a wrap to the webinar. We say a very big thank you to all our presenters. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Femi. And on behalf of Polaris and Supermap, I say a big thank you to all participants who took our time to join. And we hope we've been able to, with this webinar, we've been able to enlarge your knowledge on AI, GIS technology, and Supermap. So till another time, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you to all the participants.